Royals, what's going on? It's your girl Cutie Queen here, back with another video. Today, I got a little pickup or two. Listen, if you've been following me and you've been knowing about some things that I've been talking about as of late, some of these recent drops that I told you I had to make sure that I got, because it's definitely going to complete a nice little collection that I intend to put together and I intend to have. So without further ado, make sure if you're new to the channel that you hit that subscribe button. Make sure if you like the content, hit that like button. Helps your girl out in the algorithms. And if you have any thoughts, comments, concerns, any feedback, you know what I'm saying, go on and hit that comment section, because me and my Royals, we talks about it. All right, so without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get into these pickups so we can talk a little bit more in depth about this here heat. All right, so this is two pair I have, so we're gonna just get into it. We're not gonna take much time. This is not a review, it's more so just a pickup. And listen, here's the box. Here's the box, baby. Here's the box, baby. Classic silhouette. What could be inside, Bow! Here we have the Nike Air Force One computer chip, or what I like to call the serververse, from the Space Jam A New Legacy drops, right? So this is one of the Air Force Ones that drop out of the pack. And listen, this thing is like way better in hand. Like, I wasn't sure how this was gonna come out. This was one of the out of the two Air Force Ones, which I'll show you in a bit. This is the one that I wasn't really sure about exactly. I wasn't even sure if I was gonna get it, but I'm like, you know what, let me just get both, get a feel for them in hand, and see how I want to do. But just in hand though, like, this thing turned out way better than I thought. So honestly, if you can see on the whole upper, literally you have like this print of like the motherboard print, basically like a computer chip motherboard sort of design, if you're familiar with what that would look like. It's all over the heel, it's all over that thing. So it kind of has like a hieroglyphics sort of print. And then on the lateral and the medial side is kind of like a hologram. So that's pretty dope. If you a 90s kid, like, we had a lot of stuff that was hologram in the 90s in terms of like little cards and things we used to get. So I can appreciate this. I don't even know if that's the connection that they're trying to make, but I definitely like that sort of hologram feel. And it's basically, from what I'm seeing, it's Bugs Bunny print on both the hieroglyphics part, and it's Bugs Bunny and LeBron, and on both of the types of prints there. So the hologram and the because you can kind of see his little bunny ears right there. I don't know if it shows up. You can kind of see his little bunny ears in his body right there. And then LeBron's body is like, if you can see on the print, LeBron's body is right here spinning the ball. So, but yeah, in hand, it looks really good. Obviously the bottom is listen, it is what it looks like. A glow in the dark outsole. And I'm not, I make it very clear, I'm not a glow in the dark fan. So these are the type of shoes that I would wear in the daytime, not having to deal with glow in the dark. But either way, it's a collector's item, so I'm not really going nuts about that. So we kind of got that turquoise teal-ish type of tongue, and same print for the Nike Air Swoosh in the insole. Insole is nothing crazy. The lace tips, nothing crazy. So yeah, man, this is the Air Force One computer chip, baby. And like I said, definitely turned out really good in hand. So if you have a pair, you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, man, definitely dope. All right, next pair. So obviously another Air Force One, and I know all of y'all know this one right here, baby. Ooh wee, wow. So here we have the Lola Bunny pair, and it's actually more than what meets the eye, in my opinion. So I know in a lot of my early talks about this shoe, or in one of my early talks about the shoe, or in most of my early talks about the shoe, that like the first videos about, or the first pictures that were out about it, it looked like it was a fake, because they just sold the patch. It looked like they just sold the patch on there, right? Which essentially they did, but you know, with the official pictures and then just getting it in hand, I can understand, I guess, why it would have sort of that sold on look. But one thing that I'm impressed about is that the material on the swoosh and the heel is more of a nappy suede. You see, it's more kind of like a nappy suede sort of material. So it's not just your normal sort of leather or synthetic leather that we get on Air Force One. So this kind of adds to it a bit for me. And then the tongue that Lola Bunny, on the shoe that Lola Bunny is on, has Lola Bunny on it. And we actually have the right pair. The right pair has Bugs on it, okay? It has Bugs Bunny, so that's kind of cool. You got both them together. Oh, but no, you got both of them together, so that's really dope. And then of course, Bugs is on. He's on the tongue for his pair, his shoe, the right shoe, on the swoosh. Insole, nothing special. It's just the same color as the swoosh, and the tongue tag and all that good stuff, and the outsole. So that sort of turquoise look that I like. So also this color, another reason why I like this pair is because this is like my favorite color right here too. So even though it's still essentially a fairly regular Air Force One, it is my favorite color, and because it is Space Jam themed, I definitely felt like this was a pair for me to have, if for nothing else, a collector's item, right? So being able to have both this pair and the computer chip gives me basically the full Air Force One collection out of the Space Jam drops. So I definitely am glad that I grabbed both, because initially it was just going to be the Lola Bunny, or I guess we can call it the Bunnies Air Force One. So yeah, so again, this was the only one I was going to get. I wasn't even going to get the computer chip, but I went ahead and grabbed it because I'm like, let me just grab both. But again, this thing is not for play. So y'all let me know, just based off of what you all have seen even prior to my video, like out of the two, because even probably y'all were thinking maybe, you know, this was gonna just be the best one, even though it was pretty plain. Because I know some folks didn't even grab this one because they felt that it was a little too plain for what's supposed to be like a big box office movie. You would think they would have put more into it. But quite frankly, the one that nobody was looking for is the one that they put the most into, quite frankly. This one right here, this is the one that is the sleeper that they actually did quite a bit with, in terms of just making it look a little bit extra. For the quality control geeks out there, you know, there is some glue stains on the midsole, but that's not that big a deal for me particular. It's not so bad that it's sloppy to me. So I don't make a big fuss about those things. yeah, man. So yeah, like I said again, this thing glows in the dark. So if you into glowing in the dark type of shoes, listen, this is definitely for you. I'm not glowing in the dark now, okay? If I ain't made it clear just yet, I'm not glowing in the dark, dude. Like, come on, nah. I'm too old to glow in the dark. But yeah, so Air Force One pack, I guess you could say. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. Did you grab one? Did you grab both? Did you grab none? What are your thoughts? Hit the comment section. And you already know there were other drops. There were other drops. So I'm coming back. And until then, royalty.